Ready to enjoy learning English? Little English. Episode 8.
Oh, Susanna! I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. I'm going to Louisiana, my true love for to see. Oh, Susanna, oh, don't you cry for me, for I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. It rained all night the day I left, the weather it was dry. The sun so hot I froze to death. Susanna, don't you cry. Oh, Susanna, oh, don't you cry for me, for I come from Alabama with the banjo on my knee. I had a dream the other night when everything was still. I dreamt I saw Susanna dear coming down the hill. Oh, Susanna, oh, don't you cry for me, for I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. The buckwheat cake was in her mouth, the tear was in her eye. Says I am coming from the south, Susanna, don't you cry. Oh, Susanna, oh, don't you cry for me, for I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. I'm going to Louisiana, my true love for to see. Oh, Susanna, oh, don't you cry for me, for I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee.
Learn the music instruments.
Hi kids, how are you? Do you like music? I love music, and we make music with musical instruments. Let me show you some of them. This is a drum. We play the drum with drumsticks like this. Do you play the drum? Show me how you do it. This is a trumpet. We play the trumpet blowing like this. Show me how you play the trumpet. This is a guitar, my favourite instrument. I love playing the guitar. I started to play it when I was a kid. We play it using the strings like this. Show me how you play the guitar. Let's see. What is this? It's a piano, and we press the keys like this and it sounds. Show me how you play the piano. That's great. And we also have a xylophone here. We use it with sticks like the drums. It sounds like bells. Show me how you play the xylophone. Do you know what this is? It's a recorder. We move our fingers like this and we blow for it to sound. Show me how you play the recorder. So let's remember all the instruments we've learnt. Drums. Trumpet. Guitar. Piano. Xylophone. And recorder. See you next time, kids. Bye-bye.
ABC.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me?
Learn the earth. Earth is the planet where we all live. And it's round and big. It's blue and green. And it turns all around the universe. It's the house of millions of kids, just like you. Let's look inside, kids. It's full of beautiful things like mountains. Mountains protect us from the wind. Then we can find trees that we can climb. Or there are birds that land on their branches after a hard trip. Then we have roads that leads us to the houses where we live or to the school where we study. Then we have rivers. The rivers is where you can see fishes swimming or when we can swim as well. Then we have the shiny sun The sun is the one that rises up in the morning when we wake up to give us light and warmth and energy, lots of energy. Then we have the clouds. They appear when it's going to start raining. Then we have the beautiful rainbow. The rainbow appears when the sun is shining and there is water in the atmosphere. That creates the rainbow. And all of those beautiful things live together around us in our beautiful and amazing world. Enjoy! Rumpelstiltskin.
Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there lived a miller and his daughter. This miller was such a liar. You know a liar? Somebody who tells lies all the time, who tells things that are not true. Very, very bad. Well, this miller was talking, lying, telling everybody how perfect, how beautiful, how intelligent his daughter was. And do you know what he even said to the king? He said, "Your Majesty, my daughter can turn hay into gold." And the king said, "Excuse me? Yes, my daughter can turn hay into gold." And the king, who really wanted wealth, really wanted money and jewels and power, said, "Okay, bring me your daughter and prove it. Show that you are right." So that was awful because he was a liar. He was telling lies all the time. It wasn't true. What a disaster, what a disaster. So still, the daughter arrived at palace and the king said, "You will thread all this hay into gold." And the daughter was like, "Oh, Your Majesty, but I can't. I don't know how to do that. I can't." And the Majesty said, "You will. And if you don't, you and your father will die." Oh my God. She was very frightened, of course. And they locked her in a big alcove, you know, a big room with hay and a spinning wheel, nothing else. And she had to transform all this hay into gold. She started to cry. "Oh, that's impossible. How will I ever do that?" Oh! But suddenly, a dwarf came into the room. And he said, "I can transform the hay into gold for you." And the girl was very frightened. And she said, Can you really? Can you transform the hay into gold?" Yes, I can. But what will you give me in return?" And the girl didn't know what to do because she didn't have much. And she said, "I'm poor, I don't have anything. I'm the miller's daughter." Oh! And the dwarf said, "I want your ring." "My ring?" "Yes, I want your ring." And the miller's daughter thought, "Okay, there you are. But I will transform all this for you. Don't worry. So the miller's daughter went to sleep. And when she woke up, all the room, all the hay turned into gold. It was all thread of gold. It was fantastic. She couldn't believe it. It was wonderful. And the king came into the room. And he was very excited because you know how important money and power and wealth was for him. But he wanted more. "Oh, this is fantastic. I want more. More gold, Your Majesty?" "Yes, I want more. So the king, wanting more gold and more wealth and more power, locked the poor miller's daughter in another room. Bigger, much, much, much bigger than the other room, with much, much more hay to transform into gold. And the miller's daughter was very frightened and very sad. Oh, I hope the dwarf appears. I hope the dwarf appears. Oh, she was very sad. Oh, and the dwarf came in. What will you give me this time if I transform all this hay into gold? I don't know. I don't have anything else. I'm poor. I'm the miller's daughter. I don't have anything else. And what about your necklace? What about your necklace? This necklace? It belonged to my mother. Give me the necklace. But it belonged to my mother. Give me the necklace, and I will transform all the hay into gold. So, of course, she accepted, and she gave it to him. And the dwarf started spinning the wheel, and plop! All the room, all the hay was transformed into gold. Thread and thread and thread made of gold. So the king came into the room and was very happy, very impressed to see all that hay transformed into gold. It was more wealth, more money, more power. But he was greedy. He wanted more and more and more. And he said, you know, I will marry you. I will make you my queen. He wants to marry me. The king wants to marry me. Only if you transform this room, a room that was much, much, much bigger than the second one and the first one. Much, 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 much bigger. If you transform all this room, all this hay into gold, I will marry you. I will make you my queen. So, of course, the miller's daughter was very happy, very excited. But she thought, if the dwarf doesn't come, what shall I do? What shall I do? But you and I know that the dwarf came. But this time, the miller's daughter didn't have anything at all. She had already given him her ring. She had already given him her necklace. She didn't have anything else at all. Nothing at all. What will you give me this time? If I transform, if I turn all this hay into gold, what shall you give me? I don't know. I don't have anything else. I gave you my ring. I gave you my necklace. I don't have anything else. I don't have anything else. But the dwarf said, but you are going to become queen. You are going to marry the king. And the miller's daughter said, well, yes, I am. Let me think. Okay. You will marry the king, and you will have a baby. And your first baby will be mine. You will give me your baby. The miller's daughter didn't know what to say. She wanted to be queen. She wanted to marry the king. So she said, okay, yes, okay, I will, okay. So the dwarf worked and worked and worked, and plop, all the hay was turned into gold. And the king was very happy. Oh, my wife, remember, he wanted wealth, money, power. Oh, my wife, let's marry. So they married, they married. And the days went by, and the months went by, and she had a beautiful baby. A beautiful, beautiful baby. But remember that the dwarf wanted her first baby. She had forgotten because she was so happy. Oh, my darling. Oh, she was so happy. The queen was so happy being queen and having the baby that, pluff, She had forgotten everything about it, but the dwarf hadn't forgotten at all. So one night, when she was going to bed, he said, "Give me your baby, give me your baby, it's mine." "No, no, please, 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 pretty please, don't take the baby away, please." Oh. "Yes, yes, yes, a promise must be kept, and you promised you would give me your first baby. Give it to me, give it to me." "Oh no, please, 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 please don't." So the dwarf started thinking and thinking, "Okay, you will keep your baby." "Oh yes, please, yes, yes." Only if you know my name. Only if you guess my name. I like playing games. You have 3 nights. The queen was very worried. 3 nights. And if you don't know my name, the baby will be mine. So the queen couldn't sleep. She was thinking names. John, Paul, Eucas, Bartholomew. She thought and thought and thought. And the dwarf came. And the queen said, "Is your name Paul?" "No, that's not my name." "Is your name John?" "No." He was very happy. "No, that's not my name." "Is your name Eucalyptus?" "No." "No, that's not my name." So the queen was very worried. She only had 2 nights left, only 2. So she went around palace and asked people about names, and she wrote them all down, all down, all down. And the next night, you know, the dwarf came, the evil dwarf came. "Is your name Cucumber?" "No, that's not my name." "Is your name Asparagus?" "No, that's not my name." And the poor queen went on and on and on saying names, but no, there wasn't a name. And she was desperate. She only had 1 night left, only 1 night. So she called for her best soldier. And she said, "Oh, dear soldier, please, 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 you have to follow him. You have to follow that evil dwarf and find out the name. Oh, please, for my life, please, please, and my baby, please." So the soldier followed him and spied and looked. And the little dwarf was so happy. He was having a party around a hearth. A hearth? Do you know what a hearth is? A hearth is where there is a big, big fire. Okay? So the dwarf was laughing and dancing, and he said, "Ha ha 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 ha, you'll never guess my name, because my name is Rumpelstiltskin. Ha 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 ha, my name is Rumpelstiltskin." And the soldier was very, very careful and was hiding, and he wrote, Rumpelstiltskin. Rumpelstiltskin. "I'm going to tell the queen." So he went to palace very quickly, and the queen was waiting for him. And he said, "Your Majesty, I have the name, Rumpelstiltskin." The queen was so happy, so happy. She would be able to keep her baby, her son. She was so happy. So the dwarf came. "It's the last night. Do you know my name?" But this time, the queen didn't have a long list. She only had a little bit of paper. And she said, "I'm not sure. I might be wrong. But is your name Rumpelstiltskin?" The dwarf couldn't believe it. He was so angry. "How did you know? How did you know?" He was so angry. He went red, and then he went blue, and he jumped and jumped and jumped, and he made a hole on the ground. And there he went. And the queen was happy forever after, and she could keep her beautiful baby. Whew. Isn't that a relief? I hope you liked it.